We are tier listing all of Newcastle's kits from the 90s up until the modern day. That's what we do here on Fullest Piece. We figure out which ones are trash, which ones are class. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it over to Pete, who's gonna give a brief history of Santiago United's first professional club.
We're gonna go up to the northeast of England to Newcastle, where the Geordies are. Newcastle United, also known as the Magpies. Newcastle was founded in 1892. Have a rich history. They're, I feel like, one of the most loyally and well-supported clubs all throughout England. Really known for their fans and just the, proud heritage that they have and supporting their team through the toughest of times and the best of times. It was formed when Newcastle East End and Newcastle West End merged. Hence, the United part makes sense. They play at the esteemed and famous St. James's Park. They don't have a great sense of trophy history. They won a lot of their trophies in the early part of the 20th century, especially in the 1920s. They definitely had a revitalization in the 90s under Kevin Keegan and Alan Shearer going into the 2000s, and then they hit some bad times with the Mike Ashley era, but now they got all the money in the world because they got bought by the Saudis. So hopefully, that will bring them prosperity and maybe give them the same effect that, Manchester City has had. Trophy-wise, they've won the league 4 times. They won the FA Cup 6 times, and they've won the English Cup 1 time.
As per usual, before we get into this, thank you for that fantastic history lesson, by the way, as always. What are you wearing today?
Today, I am wearing it's just a Nike FC, jersey. It's kind of cool. You can't really see it, but there's some cool layering where it just says Nike FC in different languages. There's some Japanese, Brazilian in there too.
Some might just call that Portuguese.
Yeah, Portuguese. Sorry, my bad.
Today's a big day for fashion jerseys, non-team affiliated soccer jerseys. I'm rocking the Palace Umbro collab soccer jersey. You have this too. Do you have it in red or do you also have it in pink?
No, I got it in gray.
I love this. It's a very cool pattern. It's nice. It's got this Palace trim on it, kind of a la the vintage Umbro trim. I also want to take a little time here. I know we're going to get into the Newcastle United kits. Just while we're on the topic of fashion jerseys, this brand, Ronin Division. I think they're Brooklyn-based, but they are I'm almost positive, a New York-based kind of fashion streetwear brand. They're dropping soccer jerseys. Big fan of these. They're very simple, clean designs. Kind of feels like 90s, kept it safe. This blue one may have to be a purchase though.
I like that black one. The other
black one's clean. I actually thought I wanted the green one the most, the olive, but this blue is speaking to me. Maybe the blue bias there with all the teams I support, but super clean. I haven't gotten excited about anything streetwear in ages.
The crest of the samurai helmet, that's pretty neat.
My little shill minute there. Just wanted to throw some love to a smaller brand that I like. We are going into 95, 96 is our starting year. And there's a reason you wanted to start with these kits specifically, Pete.
Yeah, I think, number one, I chose this year because I love the away kit this particular year. For some reason, I know it's not your cup of tea, but that kit just kind of does something for me. I don't know why. It's just one of those kits that I've always had a appreciation for. I also kind of chose this one just because a little United banter here. This was probably Newcastle's best shot at winning a Premier League title, and it was kind of funny because there's a radio interview with then manager Kevin Keegan where he was reacting to Sir Alex Ferguson's comments during the season, and he just goes on this rant and he says, his famous last words is I will love it if we beat them. They didn't beat them, and they lost the title to United, so I always thought that was kind of funny. But this to me is the perfect blend of local team with a local iconic brand meshing together to make beautiful art, and that is that Newcastle Brown Ale sponsor in this kit. I think this is a beauty.
Both of these are absolutely immaculate kits. I am not, how I feel about the horizontal stripes. This is one of the few that gets a pass, especially these colors. We're going to see a couple kits that Newcastle rocks these colors with. This is like quintessential. I'm gonna go slam a couple pints with the boys at like 11 a.m. kind of kit.
You ever had a
Absolute
Newcastle
class.
brown ale?
I know you've had one.
It's actually a pretty tasty beer.
1996, 1997, we get a new away kit. Honestly, low decent. I was gonna put rubbish at first. I don't hate this. The collar still throws me off a bit, that weird knit template that they were going with. But I kind of like the 3 stripes across the middle there. I've never really seen that before.
Yeah, it's only kind of around this era I feel like I saw that. I would actually put this in wear it out. Partly, I would also say that because in this particular season, Newcastle United's greatest player ever joined this summer, and that's Alan Shearer. It's kind of why I wouldn't just put it in decent. Just a little history there. That's all.
I feel like you have to have a better accolade than a player joining to bump it up.
But it's
I feel
their
like this
greatest.
is a-
It's their greatest player ever, and that's the year that he joins.
97, 98. This is class. The centering is immaculate. This is good centering. Newcastle is one of those teams that their home kits, when they don't fuck around and find out, they usually will be hovering in that like upper echelon. It's hard. It's a hard kit to mess up.
Yeah, they usually don't find out because they're not fucking around.
I love this on the back. This back is interesting. I don't love the tramp stamp. I'll be real with you.
The back
I didn't notice the tramp stamp at first, and now I'm.
The back looks like some bad back
looks like a
tattoos
bootleg.
of a Geordie fan. No, that looks like that looks like the back of a fat Geordie fan with tattoos. But you know what? It is class. It looks pretty sick.
This is dreadful.
Yeah, this is dreadful.
This is awful. This is up there with the worst kits we've seen in every episode we've recorded.
You know
what's going on here?
It's a lot of bad colors that don't work well with each other. I actually will say I do kind of like that they put the Newcastle brown ale where the stripe is. I thought that's kind of different.
Is different, but like when you look closer to, they have the magpie back there. Just I don't know if you can tell. It's like a little graphic design is my passion. These colors don't blend. Hello, Edward. These colors don't blend. The only cool thing is they decided to like mess around with the sponsor and push it to the side there. But yeah, no, this is
ugly.
This is not good. 98, 99. They just have a new away kit this year. Decent. I like low decent. This reminds me. I think this is more. I think this is like a Leicester kit more than Newcastle.
This gives me like a 90s Juventus like blue away kit vibe.
This just doesn't speak Newcastle to me. Like there's nothing that makes me look at this and like it's weird that it's a Newcastle kit. I don't like this.
Cuz you know what's kind of cool? I like how the sponsor like they did the lettering to match like to go with the accents. So I don't mind that. This is a beauty.
99. Oh, how about let me intro the kit first, buddy.
All right.
Let's just relax. So this is a beauty.
You're goddamn right. This is
great.
I love the blue accents around the collar, around the sleeves, around the tail, bottom of the shirt. Again, the sponsorship. The sponsorship makes it. It's so good.
The sponsorship's clean and little detail, the blue trim around the Adidas stripes.
That's cool.
I almost missed that.
I like there's a blue undercollar too as well. That's pretty sick. I also say it's a beauty. All right, you know what? I'll do wear it out. I'm gonna do wear it out. I like this kid a lot,
dude. You are getting liberal with these. You are generous today, my guy.
Because look, I know because when I was doing this yesterday, it kind of goes downhill.
Newcastle does have good kits, but like this is
we're gonna enjoy the good old days while we still got the good old days, and this is a fucking wear it out.
All right. You know, I can see wearing it out. That's fine.
All right, so moving on to 2000, 2001. Sadly, they freaking downgraded in the sponsorship. I don't know what the heck this NTL crap is. It makes that beauty of a kit that it was last year and downgrades it. So now this is like, I say it's decent, maybe rubbish, because that sponsor is horrible.
So I believe NTL is a radio company or some kind of media company. They were bought by Virgin and are now Virgin Media. So just fun fact. I had no idea what this was. Yeah, terrible downgrade though. Horrible sponsor. I'd be so upset. Like, literally just, like, they could have at least made it, like, it's black and white.
Yeah.
Like done a little bit of a service. You did it here with the sponsor. So, like, why did they decide to screw the home kit? I don't know. This is... You know what? I'm putting it in rubbish just because I would not wear that kit. Like, I wouldn't. Like, with that sponsor, I wouldn't wear it. 2001, 2002, and I'm starting to see what you're saying about the downhill, approaching fast. This is rubbish. I don't like this template. It kind of feels like generic soccer jersey. Like,
yeah, huge white panels like underneath the sleeve there. When you see like Shearer has his arms up, it's too much.
it's weird. It's kind of, it's a little overwhelming.
They like could have thrown like another stripe in there, and they just like didn't.
Like decent.
Yeah, again, decent.
I think it stays in decent because the sponsor, I don't know why on their away kits they're working with you, but on their home kits they're like, no, we're doing the dumbest colors in history. 0203, I think this is rubbish.
Yeah, I mean,
everything's small. It's cramped in to match the design. Like, I see what they're doing here, but I just don't think it looks good.
yeah, this is like a rip-off, like alternate IX jersey that does not work.
Why did Adidas stop giving a shit?
I don't know. I guess maybe like
someone at Newcastle burnt a bridge at Adidas because this is a hard shift from the 90s.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you're not the big teams, you lose the love, and they're not gonna like, you know, give you the best that they can. I don't know.
0304, we enter a sponsorship era that I'm very fond of. I liked their Northern Rock.
Yeah, I mean, the Northern Rock's it's a better upgrade than the freaking NTL or whatever it was. The colors work here, the black and the blue work.
This is what I look. This is what I hope for. This is what I hope for. I think this is an easy wear out.
Yeah.
Decent. It's fine. The sponsorship works. The colors are fine. It's plain Jane. Nothing else to say. Same thing as I said before.
Yeah. Now flip it and reverse it. That's literally what that shirt is.
It's pretty good.
Thank you, Missy Elliott. Oh, moving into 04, 05. Now, one thing I will say is this particular year, the second greatest Newcastle player ever joined. You know who that is?
James Milner?
No, it's not. That's my boy. That's my boy, Santiago.
Oh, great year. This is a great year.
Santiago Munoz comes out of fucking nowhere in Mexico and joins Newcastle United. Anyway, this is rubbish.
Santiago Munoz didn't come out of nowhere from Mexico. He came out of nowhere from Los Angeles. Just a heads up.
Whatever. He had that Mexican pride.
He did. And he played for the Mexican national team in the third movie that nobody saw. I never saw it. Did you ever see Goal 3?
Why would I waste my time?
Goal 1, fantastic. Goal 2, I remember liking Goal 2, but I think a lot of people say it's dog shit.
Yeah, it's not out of the two. It's not as good as the first one. The first one, it's better because it's like he's an underdog and he's trying to make the team. The second one, I
haven't watched those movies.
You don't.
I think it's been at least 10 years. I'm afraid to.
Yeah, you don't need to. Don't waste your time. The second one, I remember, leaned too much into like the off the field soccer, like, you know, football lifestyle. I just remember
it was just based off of David Beckham's alleged shenanigans.
Yeah. They also had a Nick Cannon cameo in there, and he played for Arsenal, I think.
Nick Cannon is TJ Hartford. That's wild. Nick Cannon's in Goal 2?
He was still trying to work out that acting career.
That's crazy. Decent.
Also decent.
We took up a lot of that one with
fucking goal.
Very important discussions. 0506, we get new home, away, and third kits. There's a wear it out.
Yeah, I like this. Is like that gives off that mid 2000s vintage vibe.
I don't think it's as good as the last home kit, but this is still clean. I like the yellow text on it to match the gold, to match the crest.
Yeah, I agree. It looks cool. I like it.
I actually think it's decent. I think it's high decent too. I like the color. It's kind of like this like weird like deep teal, sort of like emerald green kind of.
Yeah, emerald green is probably right. Yeah, I like that.
It's clean. I like the stripes pattern going down.
Yeah.
There's a cool template.
Yeah, Michael Owen joins Newcastle after his little stint at Real Madrid. Comes back to England, so kind of iconic English player coming through.
This is also decent. This is on the lower end of decent, but it's decent.
I was going to say rubbish, but I'm like, there's nothing here that...
This is easier on the eyes to me than the blue and gold that we put in decent. That's the only reason I'm kind of like...
Yeah.
Rather put it there. 07, 08, this is class. This is like
wow.
a very...
Oh, you're going to go class. Okay. Whoa.
Oh, wait. I got ahead of myself. This is a beauty.
That I was gonna say
my
beauty.
bad. That's a beauty.
I was gonna say beauty. I love the light blue trim again on the sleeves, on the collar. You can kind of see it in the middle stripes. The only thing I take back is that Northern Rock does this kind of bar thing that we've seen on like the Juventus kits. When they had Jeep as their sponsor, they always do this block out thing, which takes away from it a little bit. But other than that, I mean, it's a beauty of a kit.
My bad on that one.
Jumped the gun. Rubbish.
This is rubbish, yeah. We didn't like the other version. Who was it? Was it City?
I think Liverpool. City probably did some version of this.
I didn't like this either. I don't think either. It's like a snake, kind of.
It's like a box.
I actually think this is close to wear it out. I think I'm gonna put this decent
Yeah,
because
this
it is
is
it's kind of just an Argentina kit,
that's
but it
literally what I
looks
was
good.
thinking. It's what are we? Buenos Aires, you
It
know?
looks good. It looks
It
good
looks-
though. I think it's a high decent. I
Yeah.
could see someone wearing it out, but like it doesn't scream Newcastle to me.
Yeah.
Is the only reason I'm not putting it
It's like
there.
you
But
had
it's
to.
nice.
It's like one of those you had to do a double take. You were like, oh, that's an nice
I would-
Argentina.
I would
Wait,
immediately-
that's Newcastle.
I would immediately think that that's Argentina kit if I saw someone wearing it. 0809, we just have a new away and third kit. I'm gonna let you start on this one.
I mean, it's decent. Like, it's a decent kit. It's just looks like a template kit. Sadly, I will say, this particular year they got relegated. I remember they went through like a bunch of different managers and all of that, and I think even Alan Shearer, like freshly retired, like couple years into retirement, has to like come back and like try to save his like boyhood club out of relegation. Couldn't do it. This also is like the best. I mean, the theme of like the Mike Ashley era, where it's just total like chaos and incompetence and like just dark cloud over the club. Again, it's just decent.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think we have to put this in rubbish.
For
Because one, I just don't like it that much. I just don't think it looks purple. Doesn't suit it. It's plain as shit. But also, if we're gonna bump jerseys up for having good seasons, if this is an already whatever jersey and you get relegated and you have a bad season, I feel like you deserve to get punched into the ground a little.
That's fair. All right, that's fair.
We gotta hold both sides accountable.
You're absolutely right. All right, I agree with you there.
This is decent because it's literally like at least does a little more than the last one. It's just plain as shit.
What's weird is like I don't get this middle bar having a gradient, and we don't stand gradients. So maybe that should be rubbish.
I think this is a better case for decent because at least like it feels like a goalkeeper kit than anything. But I kind of like
Yeah,
all these these pinstripe. I like the pinstripes on the inside here. I actually don't hate this bar here. I like it more than just a plain bar. Like I think this actually looks a little bit like stylized. I would keep this in decent.
We already relegated them once. So yeah.
Stop, he's already dead. We accidentally realized we skipped 0607 to save me an edit. We're just gonna do it live. Rubbish.
Yeah, they tried to take colors from that 95-96 away kit and try to do something different with it. Not good. Terrible. This looks like a fucking
It's a shame because the template's good.
Template's good, but like bad colors. This looks like an expansion MLS team. Rubbish.
It's bad Barcelona. Also rubbish.
Also rubbish. Too much
All
blue.
right.
Too much blue.
All right, this was easy. Love it when a play comes together. Back to 0910.
They got promoted back to the Premier League after 1 year down.
I don't like it.
Whoa. Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
like it that much.
I was gonna say I thought this was like the highest that ceiling I would say is a wear it out. I would say it's just decent. I don't think it does.
Decent. Like when I'm in the decent space of it to be clear, like not rubbish.
I feel like this does everything right for a Newcastle kit. Look, they got the Adidas up top. They got the centered badge. The sponsor's a little bit too big, but
I think that's what's throwing me off with it. It's big and it's blocky and it feels like unbalanced sort of.
Yeah.
I think that's what's throwing me off. The sponsor is a bit much compared to the crest. And the Adidas logo. I'm willing to put like high decent.
It's decent.
The sponsor, they need to shrink that sponsor down like 25%. And I think I would have been less reactive to this one.
Yeah. Is this bloody dreadful?
Pretty bad. I was going to go rubbish.
It looks like a banana. Fucking banana.
This is how the home chick should have been with sponsorships, and I think I would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like this is a reasonable size. Maybe that's why I think
I'm gonna go dreadful. I
Really?
don't know. It's a two ugly shades of yellow.
It is pretty piss yellow.
This is the Kansas City Wizards from the MLS.
Is it rubbish?
It's rubbish.
Enter the new decade, 2010-2011. We enter our new kit manufacturer for Newcastle. One of my personal favorites of the modern day Puma. Decent start. I think this is one of their templates I remember. I feel like we've kind of like seen this.
It's decent. Again, I just hate the blocking from the Northern Rock. I felt like Northern Rock started their sponsorships really well with even changing up the colors, and then the last couple of years they've done this block thing.
That's the tough thing with the black and white. Like yes, they're clean kits, but sponsorships can get tricky.
Yeah.
You can tell they're comfortable doing it on the away and third kits like this. I think this is also decent.
Yeah. Decent.
Decent rinse repeat. Just flip the colors.
Yep. Yeah, so coming into 11-12, I will say actually this one's a wear it out. I I like this kit a lot, and it's partly because I think of the Papis Cisse freaking beauty of a shot against Chelsea.
I remember
Like,
watching that. I
shot
watched it and I didn't know whether to be impressed or disappointed.
The laws of physics on that shot is just wild. So I just have those memories. Decent.
Like, I want to say rubbish because it looks like a goalkeeper kit and we've never seen them do orange. I guess I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to doing the rubbish. It does look like a little bit of a goalkeeper kit.
This looks like they literally just needed a last second template. Like, there's no thought in this from Puma.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah, but this one's done a little bit better. So this one I would say decent.
Decent. They went monochromatic, which we have not seen them do. But like these colors at least work a little closer. Like, you know what I mean?
These are better colors.
Yeah, like that away kit has nothing about that screams Newcastle. Nothing about that screams an away kit. It's a goalkeeper kit, if anything.
Yeah.
12-13, we enter a new sponsor, Virgin Money, which is a shame because like this, I could almost like argue putting in like Wear It Out or Class, but I hate this sponsor so much that I want to put in decent.
Yeah, if they took out the money part and just did like the Virgin thing,
the Virgin just looks so
out
of place and cheap. It's just a bad logo.
Yeah, if they did the script, maybe just the words,
Virgin. But just Virgin, but they know what their brand is, so like they can't get mad at that. Like, yeah, I think just the script could have worked. I'm putting it in decent because I think the kit itself is very nice, but that sponsor really hurts it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the jagged edges of the stripes. It's kind of different.
Kind of rubbish.
Yeah, the reds of the sponsor, and
they were doing that high, and that's when they're doing that high. They've been doing it a little bit, but they're doing that high shoulder with the Puma. This is dreadful. This is highlighter yellow garbage.
Yeah, this is, I know you love Puma now, but like this is the shit that like turned me off about them. They would do these weird like highlighter ass colors and like expect people to wear that. So moving on to 13-14 here. Virgin Money was just a 1-year thing. We moved on to Wanga.com, which it's a slight upgrade, I think.
They do the blue trim again in this. Like, once again, like I'm kind of in that same space of like, this would probably be in a beauty or Wear It Out space, but I feel like it drops down to decent because that sponsor just makes this, what I think would be a beautiful kit, look kind of cheap.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck Wanga.com is. I feel like there's probably something controversial too, because but who knows? Look, the blue, we've seen it before. The blue with the black stripes always has a nice little touch. I like the gold trim as well from the Puma sponsor, and you can kind of see it on the cuffs of the sleeves as well. What are you saying? Are you saying decent, or are you saying Wear It Out?
It's decent. I think it's it's better than last year's because I think this sponsor is better than Virgin's, but like it's probably like middling decent.
Yeah, I agree.
Low decent. Colors work here. The sponsor's better.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's another boring one, but kind of like at least like the sponsor looks a little nicer. I kind of just want to put it high rubbish, honestly.
Yeah, it's the yellow is
it's better. It's better than the last one, but it's still not good.
Yeah.
And then this year we have a fourth kit.
It's actually not even a fourth kit. It's just a special kit. It was just they only wore it one time in preseason against Braga, but it was a members edition shirt. And I think this is actually better than like their third or their away kit.
For sure better, but it's not.
It's decent. It's
the
decent.
Sponsor killed like this. I'd almost like put it kind of like, I think the home kit's better, but I would put them in that same space of like it could be better. But like, what a gorgeous kit just to have such an out of place spot. Like, I would try to remove this sponsor and just keep the kit if I owned this.
Yeah. That special kit is probably like a collector's item because they only
wore it once.
Yeah.
14-15, I'm dropping this into rubbish. I almost want to put this in dreadful. I don't like anything about this.
Yeah, I think this might be their worst home kit. I don't know what the hell is happening in this area
this
right here.
Weird V chest thing going on.
They tried to do they tried to reinvent stripes and it didn't fucking work out for them. So
I want to put this in. I want to put this in bloody dreadful. I can't stand this.
Let's throw it in there, baby. Let's throw it in.
I kind of think this is rubbish.
It's yeah. I mean, you're not twisting my arm here. I could go with rubbish or I could go with decent.
This neck looks super wide. Everything about it kind of just feels awkward to me. The gray, it's kind of feels bland for them.
Yeah.
Bloody dreadful. This is a rough year.
That's bad. That is awful.
This might be their straight up
Jesus.
worst kit yet, like straight up, like just across the board. Almost want to put this in and wear it out, but I think it's just a high decent. It reminds me of the Man U kits with this V-neck going on here. Maybe it's like the monochromatic badge. Maybe it's because Wonga's not going this bright blue, forcing this bright blue logo. I think it's decent. I think it's a higher decent.
If I wish the badge fit into that chevron. If it did,
this is a supporters club shirt. It was a special edition.
Yeah, so it was basically only available to registered Newcastle United supporters. So that's kind of cool. Like, again, kind of a collector's item. Don't know if you really want to keep it, but or how much money you'll get out of it, but kind of neat that it was available to those.
15, 16, like
this is decent. I like what they did with the stripes. I like how they did the blue within the stripes going across. It's different.
You know what the problem with me with like Newcastle's like the way the trajectory we've been going with their modern kits is when I think Newcastle, I think classic clean home kits, and I think it's because I'm remembering the 90s and early 2000s where like I feel like the last like 10 years they've been really trying to go for this like techie, weird kind of like ahead of its time design where none of it looks good.
Well, I think that's also partly in Puma just trying to be different than the other two big companies,
but they're just not hitting it like they do some of the other. Like I haven't seen a kit from Puma the way that like it hits for like AC Milan or Manchester City. They started out okay, but it's like every year that goes by they seem to get a little weirder with it.
Yeah,
like I kind of think this is rubbish. I don't like this pattern. There was another kit that did this. I don't remember who it was. If it was City or
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Did,
yes.
Arsenal did like an away kit with this like triangle design.
You put this where you want. I didn't like the Arsenal one either. I don't like this one. I don't like this pattern. Is what I realized.
This is rubbish.
I think it's pretty dreadful.
Oh, you think it's dreadful? I would say it's decent.
I mean, we're doing 4 different colors, none of which scream.
None of them. Put it in rubbish. I don't think it's dreadful.
I'll do rubbish. This is I
would put that other one. I would put that gray one in dreadful then. I like the pop of color. The pop of color speaks to me for some reason.
We'll just both go in rubbish. We'll call it square. How about
that? You know what? Easier.
Wonga changed up their logo and ruined another what could have been a classic kit for me.
This could have been like a nice beauty or wear it out, and Wonga just... This is because they, now apps and like everyone's preference of doing things on their phone became a thing, or not became a thing, became just the norm. And, they wanted to update, so now they're like, oh, here's our little app icon. Oh, the W means Wonga, ha 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 ha.
To go back, because we didn't talk about it last, didn't realize they actually got relegated, finished 18th. So this is they're back in the championship this year, but they do get promoted back to the Premier League this season as well.
Yeah.
A decent, because it's a good kit ruined by a terrible sponsor.
Yeah.
It's like the same as the other ones. Like
the gold trim's nice, always nice little.
If these bars just went straight down. They block it out on all of the good ones that we've had to bring this up with. They keep doing a blocking instead of just letting the stripes go through.
Yeah.
Like there was ways they could have worked with this to make it work, but they wanted that obnoxious sponsorship to go through.
Yeah. Well, you got to get that money. Rubbish.
Right? Yes, thank you. Cool.
Yeah. Like this is the
colors feel weird.
The bar doesn't work, and this is championship level material. That's what this is. This is championship level material.
Puma really said we'll get you guys some real kits when you get back to the big leagues. This is rubbish.
Yeah, I don't even think they.
The sponsors are killing these kits. This would have been probably a beauty easy for me.
Yeah.
This is the 125 year anniversary. They did a special crest. This is just a straight black and white, good stripes. I kind of like what they did with the collar, and then this just absolutely ridiculous sponsor.
Fucking betting sponsor too on top of that. Jesus.
Just awful.
Bring back the beer sponsors. Stop with this gambling stuff. Bring back the beer. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. Yeah. I hate that stupid template that Puma did too, with the little speckled design on the shoulder there. I don't like that. Now this is decent.
Now this I kind of like. I'm just kidding. It's decent. Wonga really killing these kits.
And fun 88. Nothing's fun about it.
Just to repeat myself. Good kit, bad sponsor, putting in decent, moving on.
Yep. Keep it moving.
Could have been a beauty. Could have been a beauty.
Yeah.
The monochromatic badge is kind of sick.
Yeah. Bring back
Decent.
Newcastle. Bring back Newcastle brown ale.
It's the same shit with Chelsea with 3. If you're gonna keep this dog shit sponsor on there, I'm gonna keep throwing you guys in decent. This is rubbish. This is awful.
Yeah, this is not good. I hate that heather, that weird kind of like heather.
Not a fan of it here.
I don't.
I think
like
it can work. Doesn't work here.
I don't. Anytime it's been done on a kit, I've never liked it because United did it a couple times, and I hate it when United did it.
Monochromatic badge. The centering
decent.
Back.
It's decent. It's just ruined by that sponsor.
I'm glad they brought back centering. I actually love this the black and white monochromatic. I think this might be the first time we've seen them rip the black and white on the home kit for the crest.
Yeah.
Glad the sponsor went monochromatic.
Yeah, it's decent.
This is like low decent. I kind of like the colors. I like this
Yeah.
emerald. I like the pattern up top. I hate the sponsor.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
It gives off like a pre-match shirt vibe. Then
honestly, I'm going low decent because I don't like. I kind of like the pattern. It's fun.
Yeah.
I hate the sponsor though.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, Newcastle. We're being really harsh. I think this is probably the harshest that we've been. And
Newcastle really signed a big ass contract with these guys because they're still here and ruining your stuff. This actually I would have put in decent regardless. This is actually one of more plain outings. I don't like that they kept the sleeves solid.
Yeah, the highlighter yellow. I like that little like kind of base design. It's kind of cool, but I don't like the shoulder bar
the
there.
shoulder's kind of killing it. I think if it committed to the whole thing being yellow, it would have been better. But the shoulders are kind of odd. And also bad sponsor.
Yeah, bad sponsor.
This is rubbish.
It's you know what's funny? If there was a different sponsor, I kind of would have liked this. I think it's kind of fun. I'm a sucker for black and purple, but
Fair.
it's
where do you want to put it? Where do you
It's-
want to put it? I'm on a tirade right now.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish. They can't fucking catch a break. Well, you know what? This is all right because this is synonymous with how all the Newcastle fans felt during the Mike Ashley era. They felt this dread, threatened to sell, and then he didn't want to sell, and now 21, 22, I think it actually in the end of 21, that's when they announced that the Saudi Arabian consortium bought them. So now everyone loves the Saudis in Newcastle because they saved their club and they became the richest team in the world.
But you know things were getting into hot water when they left Puma for Castor.
So it's actually a British athletic apparel company. I always love it when like new blood comes in the frame because they're actually a relatively new company. They've done other teams. I always thought they did nice, clean, like they always had a nice, simple, clean, elegance feel and look to their kits. They're terrible quality. They're like the Fanatics quality of kit supply.
Dude, I think this design's nice. I don't like their logo. I don't like the Castor under it, and I still hate the sponsor. This design is actually solid.
Yeah, I'm
just not a fan of the logo.
Yeah, bad sponsor and just I'm whatever with the logo. I don't think the logo is that bad.
Kind of low decent. I don't hate this.
If it wasn't for that sponsor, I think this would be a wear it out for me because I like the cool textured design in those like stripes.
It is cool. It's kind of ripply. It is a fun design. Dude, the sponsor's hard to look past. I'm sorry. Like I know we keep beating a dead horse here, but it's bad.
Yeah, whenever outside of some of the bigger Asian companies, like when they go with like without like your Samsungs or your AIA like what Tottenham has or like Nintendo or something like it's bad.
Nintendo would have looked so good on these. Rubbish.
Yeah, I don't like this.
This list is so funny.
It's yeah.
22-23. They have 5 kits this season.
We are now within the first year of the consortium. Look, they got some big players coming in. This is like I remember when they got bought, everyone was like, "Oh, they're going to buy all the best big players, the best big names." But at this point, because the damage that freaking Manchester City has done, that's led to like the FFP, they couldn't go out willy-nilly without going over the FFP and really like hamstringing them for future years. So they had to wait a year and a half until they can start bringing in some names. So, this year they brought in Alexander Isak. He was like the big name. He's the striker, Swedish striker, really good. They brought in Anthony Gordon from Everton, and they brought in Sven Botman. So they started to fill out, some of their players, some of their team that we know now. Because the year before, they also got Bruno Guimaraes, and Kieran Trippier too was brought in the year before. So they're starting to get fill out their team. Really nice design. Sponsor fucks it up. So decent.
Kind of rubbish. I don't like the design on the sleeves. I'm not a big fan of the blue and orange coloring here.
Yeah,
it's kind of metallic-y also, I think.
If they didn't do the design on the sleeve, I would like it. I would put it in decent or even like a low wear it out. But yeah, the sleeve design doesn't do it for me.
Actually decent. I like the colors here.
Now tell me you got bought by a Saudi Arabian consortium without telling me you got bought by a Saudi Arabian consortium.
You know what went through my mind when I saw this kid first of all things?
What?
The spearmint mints, like the hard mints, like the swirl mints?
Yes.
I don't know why, like the peppermints. Those are the first thing that came to my mind for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess Saudi too.
Yeah, I mean their flag is green and white, so yeah. Yeah, I mean this is like they have St. James. It's St. James, the stadium, like out there. They have like that crazy roof and stuff. I think this is also just parts of the city too. It's a little bit much for me, so rubbish. Yeah. Cool.
Just wanted to be sure. I would actually wear it out, and I wonder why. I wonder why.
I might. Do we maybe low? I think low. Beauty's too much. Beauty's too high.
We gotta remember. Just because it's been a while, would wear it out. If the sponsor was on here, it'd be decent.
Yeah. I like this. I like that. That was a cool kit, I think.
So much missed opportunity with that just horrid sponsor.
Yeah. Teams, let yourself know that when you have bad sponsors, your kits are not going to sell.
23-24, we finally see a new sponsor with Sella. It's not great, but it's better than what we've had in the last 15 years.
Yeah, I think it's an upgrade over Wonga, and it's an upgrade over Fun 88. So low wear it out because I actually do like this kit. I think the design's good. I like this trim. The collar's nice. It's Yale's classic design.
I actually thought it was more textured. I don't know why, but in the picture when it's out, it looks a little more textured. It's still nice. It's still a good looking kit though. It's just a clean design, very classic. Middling decent.
Yeah, I like that design. It's kind of fun. I like how they kept the black and white around the collar and the sleeves. Makes it really pops there.
It's a nice detail.
Yeah, and I like how Sella decided to go with the black too. So it's just really all blends.
Everything matches well. Yeah, and blends.
Meshes well. Yeah.
Low
rubbish.
Decent, high rubbish. Yeah.
This is a rip off of the United kit from I think 2021, 2022, I want to say. It's literally like a rip-off of, but not. Yeah, rubbish. I don't like it. Whew. So now we got to the freaking end here. So Adidas makes its freaking return back to Newcastle.
Beautiful return.
Finally, beautiful return. Thank God, man. We went through the wilderness there, from the end of the 2000s to all through the 2010s. I mean, we were really fighting, going through it, and that's perfectly what happened with Newcastle. They were freaking going through it. So we're going to get some nice homages to some retro kits, hopefully with the partnership and stuff. Yeah, this is a great kit. This is
wear it out.
Yeah, wear it out.
I actually am willing to put this in beauty if you are.
Yeah. I mean, it's not done as well as the original inspired kit. Scroll down a little bit. If it was
a better sponsor, I actually think it almost could compete. But
scroll down a little
Sella
bit.
Went with just the plain white.
Yeah, let's see. Is there any other? I mean,
not a lot.
Pretty. I wanted to see what kind of shorts they were going to go with, if it was going to be a white short or something. But no, I mean, it's nice. It's nice. It's again, wear it out.
This is the nicest one in a long time.
Yeah, I actually think this is a beauty.
I was going to go beauty or class, so there you go. This is great. I love this, the old throwback logo.
Yeah, it's also the bird.
Nice. It reminds me of
The bird is also has that color, like the green, like that mint green too in there. So that's kind of cool. I like that.
No, this is super clean. It reminds me of the one you really liked it in the
Group chat,
of the episode. No, this is a nice kit.
Yeah.
And there we have it. All of Newcastle's kits from 95 to the modern day. We pretty much just went through a chasm. We started at the top. We went spelunking, and then we climbed our way out of hell.
I feel like this covers Newcastle perfectly. Like up top, the 90s and like some of those early 2000 kits were clearly their best ones, and that was probably at the period of time in the recent modern day, that was when they were competing and being a competent team. And then when we see where it's all fucking dog shit is when they were getting relegated a couple times, going through endless amounts of coaches. Now that they don't need to worry about bad ownership and stuff, we'll see if they can start competing and everything. When it was bad, but it worked out. Some of them really worked.
Looking forward to see what Adidas starts cooking up with Newcastle. This is the first one, I guess, where we're ending the episode on a fresh manufacturer. It has to be an upgrade from Puma and Castor. So
yeah, I thought Castor did a decent job. I think they were just
okay.
They were just burdened with having a terrible sponsor.
Yeah.
If they had, I feel
why.
like if they had any other sponsor, we would have been like, this is a Word Out or this is a Beauty, and
a little more forgiving. Well, that is it for this week's episode of Fullest Piece. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments who you would like us to review next. I think we're going to be dipping into the Italian territory next. We're going to be going to Serie A.
Italy, Spain, Germany. We're going to do it all. Yeah, let us know who you want to see, and be on the lookout.
Let us know if you think we're full of shit when it comes to our opinions as well, please.
We kind of know the answer there.
Thank you all so much. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you all next week. Have a good one, guys.
All right, see you guys.
Friends.